This is what I used to play on the Andy Williams Show when I was 8 years old. Yeah! I'm not a really good piano player. As you can see, I'm a bass player. I'm Merrill Osmond. I've sold millions of records, been the lead singer of the Osmonds for 50-something years.
Now we ain't got a barrel of money, maybe we're ragged and funny, but to travel along, singing a song, side by side.
I've produced major events across the country and traveled the world, and that's all been great. I'm 58 years old, and with SottoPelle on my side, I cannot wait to get out there and live the best years of my life. Well, you know, it's been a very interesting 50-something years for me, because as you look back, I've kept a journal ever since I was a little teeny kid. And I sometimes go back and look at it because it is so strange that what my passions were at 6 years old have turned out to be what they are now. During my teenage years, I was the big rock star in the 70s, and I was the lead singer of the Brothers, and millions of fans would just be gathering, is now known as Osmond Mania throughout the world. And private jets, limousines, Rolls Royce. We lived a life of just what other people would just dream of.
The crowds had started forming early this morning, and as curtain time approached, they got hysterical at the thought of seeing the Osmonds. But the pop group had been smuggled into the theatre early in the afternoon.
Everything about the 70s and 80s was so bizarre. People would never believe it if they saw the videos, what happened to us in the 70s. We have stuff that's hidden in vaults that we'll never let release because it's too bizarre. You see people dropping from balconies and people being run over by cars because they just plain want to get close to you. And then sometimes you interview the person that was run over, and they say, I was run over by an Osmond.
Several hundred police were on duty and more were drafted in as the evening progressed. A St. John ambulance first aid post mostly had to treat hysteria and overexcitement.
Now that I'm 58 years old, SottoPelle has given me not only the chance to have the balance to look back and say, you know, I'm so grateful for all of that. And I can take all that I've learned and all that I've experienced and put it all in perspective and say, now I know how to bless others. I had a blessing given to me. I'm a spiritual type of a guy, but I had a blessing given to me by a man that truly, I believed had the Spirit with him. And this is back at 6 years old. And he gave me this blessing. He said, in your later life, you will be involved in helping to teach and to preach and expound upon the gifts of healing and what it would do to help save millions and millions of people. And when I got to know Dr. Tutera, I started to get these feelings again that based on what I had read, based on what I had heard, what he was able to do, I had to meet him. You know, I've had the best doctors in the world because I could afford it. I could travel wherever. And I've been treated by teams of doctors at times. And for that I've been grateful. Bottom line is, I feel that Dr. Tutera has the magic ingredient that's going to allow me to feel young, to be able to be out with my kids and my grandkids and run around and play again and let people know that a 58-year-old man can still do what a 38-year-old man can do. I'm a little surprised, to be honest with you, that people around the world have not heard of SottoPelle and Dr. Tutera. Here we are at this day of age where modern medicine seems to have all the answers, at least they say they do, and people are experiencing ups and downs, and the world is really out of control. And I'm really surprised that SottoPelle is not a household name because it has the answers. What I love about Dr. Tutera, he uses the common sense theory. Doesn't make any sense when you ask the question. about certain things you're going through? Does it make sense to take the drugs and so forth? When all you need to have is the hormones that you once had when you were a younger person? Doesn't that make sense to have the balance again with inside you that helps create the youth and all these little problems start fading away? I think so. And so I think that is the thing that surprises me the most, that SottoPelle has not been introduced to the world. And that, I think, is my calling. And I think that's what that blessing was all about when I was 6 years old, that in my later life I would be able to bring people to a brand new concept that has been missing. And what drew me to Dr. Tutera was he has the same kind of heart. He has a heart that loves people. He's doing this. He doesn't need to do this, but he's found, he and his genius and his insights into the revelatory powers that exist has been able to create something. He just wants to help people. You know, I am aging in front of millions of people who have been watching me and following me. I need to be careful because of the responsibility I have. You know, I'm picky. I just don't want to go out there and start saying things that would lead people to strange concepts. This is my mission. I know what I'm supposed to do now. I've had that confirmation in my heart. SottoPelle is the answer for me. And I want to let people know, follow me, that they too can have the feelings of my heart. I want to be a part of being able to tell people that they can start feeling good about feeling good. You know, when you're feeling your best and you have hormonal balance and you have well-being, the playing field is now wide open. It doesn't matter if you're Merrill Osmond, Elvis Presley, Joe Smith down the street, or whoever it might be. We're all the same. And we can go out there and accomplish what we want to accomplish. And when you start feeling good, you can accomplish whatever your dreams are. My dreams when I was a kid was to be a doctor. Well, you know what? I think I'm a doctor in words and a doctor in example, a doctor in spreading the good word where it needs to be spread. So this is me before SottoPelle, okay? Okay, now this is me after SottoPelle. Yeah! Da 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 da. And I even missed the note, and I don't care. I love it. Dr. Tutera, thank you. You're going to make my life even more exciting.